everyone from Hokkaido! Over the next 4 days, Torii and I will be traveling to some beautiful places in eastern Hokkaido and sharing some of our adventures with you. So let's go! We're currently in Abashiri in northern Hokkaido. Today we'll be heading out on the Aurora to the Sea of Okhotsk, which is the southernmost point in northern hemisphere where you can see drifting sea ice. Hopefully we can get some nice shots for you. Departing from Abashiri port, the Aurora icebreaker ship is one of the best and easiest ways to see the drift ice. The tour is about an hour long and ships run daily from late January to early April. While there is interior heating, make sure you rug up as it is really cold out on the deck. Also in Abashiri is the Abashiri Prison Museum. Opened in 1890, Abashiri Prison was once Japan's most notorious prison because of the dangerous criminals held there. The prison is now a museum that exhibits original and replica buildings, giving visitors an insight into the daily life of prisoners as well as the harsh conditions in which they lived. So some of the prisoners at Abashiri Prison were used as labourers to construct a major road linking Abashiri to another area called Asahikawa. This here is an example of what the temporary lodges looked like. They were able to be dismantled, moved and reassembled as construction progressed. To be honest, it's a little bit creepy with all the mannequins lying here, but it does give you an insight to what life was like for the prisoners. One of my favourite parts of the museum is the central guardhouse, which consists of 5 corridors, known as the 5 radiated wings, all connected to a central guard hut. In this corridor, we have the solitary confinement rooms, also known as the hole, where prisoners who were particularly troublesome during their time here would be locked up and forced to think about their actions, with minimal food, water, light and blankets, even in the freezing cold winter. The central guardhouse plus each prison cell were carefully designed to make it impossible for inmates to escape, except if you're this guy, Yoshie Shiratori, who famously escaped from prison 4 times, including Abashiri Prison. Also at the museum is the Bangaichi Shokudo Diner, where visitors can enjoy an authentic prison meal which is surprisingly delicious.
How's prison food?
Prison food is actually really good.
Right now I am on Lake Abashiri, which is frozen about 70 centimeters deep. One of the popular things to do here during the winter is to go ice fishing for some small fish called wakasagi. Wakasagi is native to the lakes and estuaries of Hokkaido. If you don't have your own equipment, you can always rent or join an ice fishing program like we did. Yatta! After ice fishing, we hung around to take some photos before heading to another beautiful lake, Lake Akan. Lake Akan is another spot where you can go ice fishing, plus try a range of other activities. Nearby is Ainu Kotan or Ainu village, where there are around 30 shops and restaurants where you can browse and buy different handmade crafts and even try traditional foods of the indigenous Ainu people who have lived in Hokkaido for centuries. Every winter, a free festival takes place on Lake Akan from February to March. Visitors can take part in a range of activities, enjoy a spectacular fireworks display, and see traditional performances and ceremonies. Every winter, Hooper swans fly south from Russia and gather on the banks of Lake Kussharo. Attracted by the warm water of the naturally occurring hot springs along the shoreline, these beautiful birds, along with the incredible scenery, make for a spectacular sight indeed. Another famous location is the Otowa Bridge. Accessible only by car, this is a great spot to see a natural phenomenon called diamond dust, and if you can brave the cold, the early morning gathering of the red-crowned cranes. It's minus 16 degrees, 3:30 in the morning. We were going to get here at 4, but luckily we changed our minds because look how many people there are here already. Sunrise isn't until 6 o'clock, so I guess now we wait. red-crowned crane, or Tancho as it is known in Japanese, has long been considered by the Japanese people as a symbol of peace, longevity, and happy marriage. If you miss seeing them from the bridge, you can also find them at the Tsurui-Ito Tancho Sanctuary in Kussharo. Entrance is free, and the best time to see these majestic creatures is during feeding hours, where they can gather in their hundreds during peak season. We're here pretty early, so none of the shops are open yet, but there are about 30 restaurants and craft stores where you can experience food and stuff by the Ainu people.
The salt's gone. Oops.